It's your girl, Shar Johnson, with the Usual Suspects podcast. Hey, brother Hiram Akeem, how you doing today?
That's what's good, Shar. Move on with Dave Chapelle. He was on a situation on Saturday Night Live this past weekend, and they're coming for the brother right now, and we're about to go and look at the monologue, or at least listen to it and talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Chapelle. Thank you very much for being here. But before I start tonight, I just wanted to read a brief statement that I prepared. I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms. And I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time. I gotta tell you guys, I've probably been doing this 35 years now. And early in my career, I learned that there are two words in the English language that you should never say together in sequence. And those words are the and juice. I've never heard someone do good after they said that. Kanye's gotten into some scrapes before. Normally when he's in trouble, I pull up immediately. But this time I was like, you know what? Let me see what's gonna happen first. I just want to see where this is all going. I can't even remember how it started. Vaguely, I remember it started with a tweet, a strange tweet. It was like, I'm feeling a little sleepy. I'm gonna give me some rest, but when I wake up, I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on the Jews. And then he just went to bed. I was up all night worried. What is he gonna do to the Jews? I grew up around Jewish people. I have a lot of Jewish friends. So I'm not freaked out by your culture. I know a little bit about it just from hanging around. Be like, yo, let's go out after school tomorrow. They'll be like, we can't go out. It's Shana tomorrow. I'll be like, where? What is Shana? I had so many questions. Why do some of your people dress like Run DMC? Kanye woke up from that nap. He went right to work. I'd seen him on a podcast called Drink Champs, great show, and it was an amazing appearance. Noriega and them were there, the rappers that I love, and they all had their gold chains and stuff on. And Kanye said, only millionaires wear chains. They said, what? He said, I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body. I tucked my chain and I said, oh snap. It was fun and funny. But when he woke up, he went on Drink Champs again. This time, he was on one. He was mad about something. He said, I can say anti-Semitic things, and Adidas can't trap me. Now what? Adidas dropped that nigga immediately. Ironically, Adidas was founded by Nazis. And they were offended. It's a big deal. He had broken show business rules. It's just a rule. The rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob, but if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and he should never speak about it. Kanye got in so much trouble, Kyrie got in trouble. Kyrie Irving posted a link to a movie that he had seen on Amazon. No caption on the post or nothing like that. But apparently this movie had some, I don't know, anti-Semitic tropes or something. And it was some weird title like From Hebrew to Negro or something. And the NBA told him he should apologize, and he was slow to apologize. And then the list of demands to get back in their good graces got longer and longer. And this is where, I draw the line. I know the Jewish people have been through terrible things all over the world, but you can't blame that on black Americans. You just can't. You know what I mean? Thanks for the one person that said that. A fair punishment would be you should just post a link to Schindler's List and y'all write your own captions. Kyrie Irving's black ass was nowhere near the Holocaust. In fact, he's not even certain it existed. I saw one news pundit screaming about Kanye. She said, mental health is no excuse for that type of language. Yes, it is, bitch. You can kill somebody if you're mentally ill. Listen, okay, I don't think Kanye is crazy at all. I think he's possibly not well. Well, I've been to Hollywood. I don't want y'all to get mad at me. I'm just telling you. I've been to Hollywood. This is just what I saw. It's a lot of Jews. Like a lot. But that didn't mean anything. You know what I mean? There's a lot of black people in Ferguson, Missouri. Doesn't mean we run the place. I could see if you had some kind of issue, you know what I mean? You might go out to Hollywood and your mind might start connecting some kind of lines, and you could maybe adopt the delusion that the Jews run show business. It's not a crazy thing to think. But it's a crazy thing to say out loud in a climate like this. Now the midterms are over in this crazy climate, and I gotta tell you, I feel like this midterm is like all of humanity depends on it. And it's an ominous sign. The most ominous sign of the midterms, I believe, would be Herschel Walker, who I don't want to speak badly of because he's black. But I have to admit, he's observably stupid. Even when he's not talking, his mouth be open a little bit like he's the kind of guy that looks like he thinks before he makes a move on tic-tac-toe. Watching the news now, they're declaring the end of the Trump era. Now, okay, I can see how in New York you might believe this is the end of his era. I'm just being honest with you. I live in Ohio amongst the poor whites. A lot of you don't understand why Trump was so popular, but I get it because I hear it every day. He's very loved. And the reason he's loved is because people in Ohio have never seen somebody like him. He's what I call an honest liar. I'm not joking right now. He's an honest liar. That first debate, I'd never seen anything like it. I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, "This whole system is rigged," he said. And across the stage was a white woman, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, sitting over there looking at him like, "No, it's not." I said, "Now wait a minute, bro. It's what he said." And the moderator said, "Well, Mr. Trump, if in fact the system is rigged, as you suggest, what would be your evidence? Remember what he said, bro? He said, I know the system is rigged because I use it. I said, God damn. And then he pulled out an Illuminati membership card and chopped a line of cocaine up and put it right at the podium. No one ever heard someone say something that true. And then Hillary Clinton tried to punch him in the taxes. She said, this man doesn't pay his taxes. He shot right back. That makes me smart. And then he said, if you want me to pay my taxes, then change the tax code. But I know you won't, because your friends and your donors enjoy the same tax breaks that I do. And with that, my friends, the star was born. No one had ever seen anything like that. No one had ever seen somebody come from inside of that house, outside, and tell all the commoners, we are doing everything that you think we are doing inside of that house. They just went right back in the house and started playing the game again. Democrats were sore losers. I'm a Democrat, I'm telling you, as soon as he won, they started saying all that he's colluding with Russia, It was very embarrassing as a Democrat, but as time went on, we all came to learn he was probably colluding with Russia. I even look at his wife different now. His wife is beautiful, no question about it, but she looks like the kind of chick that James Bond would smash but not trust. At his house. What is this? This guy that's famous for not reading his press briefings, now all of a sudden he got 10,000 documents in his house and we'll catch him on the readings. I've been fired from jobs many times in my life, and I will be very honest with you. Sometimes I was fired. I stole things from the office. Staplers, computer mouses, all kinds of stuff. But you know what I never stole from work? Work. Ukraine brought it all into focus. And lucky for everybody in the Western world, the Ukrainians are way better fighters than we thought they'd be. I mean, these guys. God bless them, they're doing good. They killed 10,000 Russians the first week of the war. Even the Vietnamese were like, God damn, that's some good numbers. This is before they had weapons. Before we started sending them weapons, they was killing Russians with things you can find around the house. That whole country, Ukraine, is littered with traps like Home Alone. They was stepping on rats. How is Russia losing to the Ukraine? That would be like America losing the war to Colorado. Now the midterms are over and everybody's awake. These new whites, man, they're like the whites. They're like newborn babies. Just woke up. Everything white people are mad about, we've been on that. Man, I can't feed my family. Black people like, we've been on that. Man, we can't trust the government. We've been on that. Man, we should dismantle the FBI. Word to Martin Luther King, bro. We've been on that. Nobody listens to me. When I tell these jokes, you ignore me. My first Netflix special, what did I say? I said, I don't want a sneaker deal, because the minute I say something that makes those people mad, they're going to take my sneakers away. And the whole crowd was like, ha, 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 ha. But now you see Kanye walking around L.A. barefoot with his chain out. This guy lost $1.5 billion in a day. $1.5 billion in a day. I saw that. I said, put your chain on, nigga. Welcome back. It shouldn't be this scary to talk about anything. It's making my job incredibly difficult. To be honest with you, I'm getting sick talking to a crowd like this. I love you to death. And I thank you for your support. And I hope they don't take anything away from you. Whoever they are. We got a great show tonight.
What are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to talk about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Yes, the movie.
The movie.
The movie.
You haven't seen the movie yet.
Well, I want to talk about what everybody else is saying because it's making me excited to see the movie. Says Black Panther, Wakanda Forever had the major challenge of following Black Panther, one of the biggest blockbusters ever, and had to do so without star Chadwick Boseman, who passed away in 2020. Despite all of the challenges, Wakanda Forever notched a sizable box office opening this weekend. The Marvel movie opened to an estimated 180 million in North America, according to the film studio Disney. The opening represents one of the best premieres of the year and makes the superhero film the highest grossing debut ever for the month of November. The original record belonged to The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, which made 158 million in November of 2013. The box office hauls comes in around where most in Hollywood were predicting. The film has made 330 million globally so far.
So we're talking about how the money was moving this past weekend.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? And for the record, I'm sure by the time this airs, we would have already done seen it. So stay connected to the Usual Suspect podcast so you can get our review. I think we're going to have college professor Deborah Calhoun on that thing to do a review.
I love when she comes in because she gives us that knowledge that we is getting from a college professor.
That's right. So listen, I was thinking at first that the movie would do good. I thought it was going to do great, but I thought it was going to not do as well as it's doing, seeing that since post COVID, numbers have been kind of down. And me and you was talking a while ago about why we think the numbers of these nice movies are down. And go ahead and talk about what we were talking about.
Well, I believe that a lot of the movies that has come out this year, not too many people is rushing out and go to the movies because during the pandemic, they gave us streaming. They gave us the Disney Pluses, the Paramount Pluses. We even went steroids on Netflix and Hulu. I discovered YouTube TV Live. I mean, so there were so many ways that we can get movies sitting at home. I watched Coming to America 2.
First ran movie direct to streaming.
Yeah, and I watched that on Amazon Prime. So
you watched Justice League.
Yeah.
A 4-hour movie.
Yeah, during the pandemic. And you got to think about it. You can hit pause. You can go to the bathroom. You can go make your popcorn. You ain't got to pay $50.
You go to the store and get the popcorn.
And come back. You can rewind the movie as many times as you want to. So I think that, everyone has,
got
comfortable with it. And those of us who still go out to the movies, because we still go to the movies too, it's just so that we can get out the house and so that we can show the support. But it's kind of expensive now to go to go outside to the movies. At home,
you're already paying for the stream, but you know what they're doing during the COVID? They like we were saying.
Oh, excuse me.
Like during COVID, they was giving us first real movies, and now I notice they still doing it straight to Netflix, straight to Hulu. Like I saw the Predator, the new Predator movie on Hulu. Hell, I saw the new Hellraiser during Halloween on Hulu. Okay, so yeah, it's more affordable because you're already paying for these things. And if you want to go to a movie, you're thinking with a different mindset. You like going to the movies. I'm going, like you said, we go to the movies because, first off, we like the experience of the movie. Okay? But it took us a minute to go back. It got to be a powerful movie to get me and you out there for it. No, we're not just going like clockwise every date night. If it's a major movie that we feel like we want to put our support in, like this Black Panther, we're going this week. But we like to go about, my girl kind of, what's that word? Thrifty.
Yeah.
Talk about the thrifties and they get the same support. Go ahead, talk about it.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to be spending $7 for a bag of popcorn when I can spend $3.50 and get me 3 bags of popcorn.
I don't think there's no that small bag is $7.
Yes, it's $7. That's what I'm saying, and it's equivalent to the little packets that you get in the 3-packet box of popcorn.
I was talking about more thrifty on what day you're going, not necessarily the food. Why you go on that particular day?
I'm going during the week, Tuesdays preferably, because the movies are at a special price on that day. So I prefer to go on the day that the movie is $5.75.
And they still get the credit. The movie still get the credit, right?
Yeah. And also too, you got little perks on that day too with the popcorn. And especially if you do the little movie cubs and stuff.
You know why those days are usually just the universal day for specials at movie theaters and cinemas and stuff like that, because historically in retail or businesses like that, you have what you call terrible Tuesdays. Terrible what? Why is Tuesdays terrible? Because the sales are usually down. So they create different type of Buffalo Wing Tuesdays. You remember back in the day, you used to do Buffalo Wing Tuesdays, had them 20 cents or something like that. Why?
25 cents.
Yeah, because the sales are down that day. Then they have Whack Wednesdays. Why they call it Whack Wednesday? Because the sales are down in retail and stuff like that. So this is when different businesses create different ways, innovative ways to get that money out your pocket. And that's a good idea, which is why I'm happy to go support and help the books of these businesses on these terrible Tuesdays and Whack Wednesday. Now, I'm not being cheap. I am being smart because I'm about business. I want to help them. Get out the red and be in the black.
Well, I'm going to keep it above. I am being cheap, especially when I know that we are part of the economy that give them all of our money and keep them rich with the trillions and trillions of dollars. So I'm sorry, I am cheap. When I don't have to go, I'm not going. If I don't have to spend full price, I'm not doing it. And I'm going to do the things that I like and I enjoy. But I prefer to do what I do at home in the comfort of my home. Just saying.
Your home now? Is that what it is?
You can watch movies at home. You got all these streaming apps.
You always say our home. Now you're saying my home.
Our home. Okay.
You've been teaching me that. I've been saying my home, get on my case. All right, man. What's next, girl?
Okay, we're going to talk about Mr. Isaiah Washington. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's the handsome black guy on Grey's Anatomy. Isaiah Washington is a controversial actor and will continue to be one since he hasn't stopped spewing odd statements. It doesn't matter whether he's on screen, behind the scenes, or on social media. The former Grey's Anatomy star says it as he sees it. Sample this. In a recent interview with Vlad TV, according to Bolivity, he didn't mince his word regarding the R. Kelly Aaliyah saga. For Washington, Aaliyah wasn't really R. Kelly's child abuse victim when she met the R&B icon. She was 12 years old and wed the 27-year-old singer at 15. Washington said he believes the young teen was in full control due to her mature personality. She was very complex. She was easy to love, Washington stated. I can't judge the choices she made in her life. She was very in control of her being, but she was a businesswoman too. She was super smart. I think she was in control of the situation even at her age. 100%.
Now, if you go to, now she's reading from the reporternewspaperonline.com. You can definitely go to the entertainment section, click that button, and you can get this in detail. And it's an actual video from the interview on Vlad TV. And it's on the same page on the reporternewspaperonline.com. But check this out. Shar, he was basically breaking it down. He's saying, regardless on what y'all think, he don't give a damn what y'all think, what y'all beliefs are. He is saying clearly in that video, that girl was 12 years old. She knew what she was doing when she was dealing with him, and she eventually married him. Nobody put no gun to her head. She knew what she was doing. She was not a victim. This is what he was saying. He knew the girl. This is what he's saying. He says nobody could make her do anything, even at that age. He said at that age, at 15, she was 30. When she was in her, she was 15 going on 30, and that's what he said. He said she knew what she was doing and everything. She knew it. He's basically saying, damn what the society is saying, how she was being molested or coerced and all that bull stuff. He's saying R. Kelly wasn't victimizing her. He's saying that she knew exactly what she was doing. And the sad part is he's speaking about a dead person after the fact. But he said he knew the girl, he knew what she was about, he knew about her and everything. What you think about that?
I can't disagree. To be perfectly honest, come on, we all were teenagers growing up in the 80s, in the 90s. I know a bunch of girlfriends of mine that had kids in junior high, in the 9th or 10th grade. And it didn't come from being raped or molested or anything. They was having sex. And now it's more so, even nowadays, because you see it all over the place. I mean, it
also, what you're saying is it's not far-fetched what he's saying.
No, it is not.
Makes sense, even though he's talking about a superstar. But he's saying at 12, she knew what she was doing. And he said definitely when she was 15, she married him at 15. Yeah. So, and she said he said he don't believe no one can make her do anything that she wanted to do. She did everything she wanted to do. Nobody could control her. I said, that's kind of crazy. What you said makes sense, because I know a whole bunch of chicks. Okay, I was a young man in junior high school. Okay, I was a young man in high school. Okay, and every chick, I'm not lying. Most every chick that was that I would talk to had a boyfriend out of high school. They had people coming with cars. They had people selling dope or whatever. But every chick had a boyfriend out of high school. And I'm generalizing when I say every. Well, a lot of them. The one I was liking had a grown-ass man out of high school. And when I mean grown, I mean 18 plus.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning. I'm just not. 20-something-year-old man dealing with 14, 15-year-old. But you got some of these young ladies out here that like to deal with grown men. And you got grown men, to me, that will mess with younger women because they're easy to manipulate, or they easier to coerce or get the girls to do them how they want to be treated. I mean, I've experienced that, seen it, and know that is true and that it is possible. But I also know there are a lot of young ladies out here that are sexually active, very young, and they like it. Okay, and they like it, and to them, I do this and I'm gonna get this, and I know how to, early. I was around a bunch of young girls like that, and I thought I was weird. And to be honest, they were telling me, you got to do this if you want to keep your boyfriend. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I don't.
That's ignorance begets ignorance.
Yeah, but
that's basically the ignorant teaching the ignorant.
But
the silly teaching the silly.
So there are, and a lot of times females kind of mature a little bit quicker. They just do. They just do.
I will say this. I don't like the fact that this brother speaking on Aaliyah like that. If he knew her and knew her for real, and I'm sure he did, keep her damn business to yourself. Meaning your view of how she conducted herself is your view on how she conducted herself. Don't nobody need to know anything about what this 12-year-old girl, your perception of a 12-year-old girl is doing, or the way you was talking, brother. It seemed like you is down with the 12-year-old style. Like you okay with a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old if she's on it and she's not being manipulated and she's being the aggressor. This society suggests if you under 18, you ain't supposed to touch them damn girls. That's what the society said. But you sitting up here bloviating like, yo, word is born, you can't make that girl do anything. Like he knew her personally, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get that.
I didn't like that at all. The girl ain't here to speak for herself.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
I mean,
Likewise.
I mean, I get that, and I understand that, but society say, you ain't supposed to be touching them when you're 18 or something. But I believe that you should let them get married at 15 or 16 year old, because it probably will help a lot of them mature a little bit more and be able to take care of themselves a little bit better and see that life ain't all. It might help them slow down some, to be perfectly honest. I believe you got age and you have a baby, you should get married and make
I thought you meant just getting married at 15. I'm glad you said that. I thought you were just talking about people at 15 should be married. Hell, they can't even.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you out there being grown, being fast, being pregnant, and I believe, okay, since you want to be that grown woman, and dude, you feel like she a grown woman, then I'm gonna need y'all to get married. I'm gonna need you grown adults. Since y'all think that part of it is all it is about being grown, it's more to it than that. Baby coming, y'all go ahead and get married and handle that. Just saying, that's just how I see it. So I kind of get where you're coming from. I do.
Yeah. You don't talk about nobody's business like that. I mean, you don't speak on nobody's business like that, period.
People do it all the time.
You don't. But that's not even fair. That's not even fair. That ain't nothing about this man telling people his thoughts and views on what this lady do with her personal style. Come on, man.
Well, I guess
that's crazy. I thought that was weird, and it made me thinking like he's a damn molester, where he was okaying the behavior. That's what it looked like to me. But man, that's enough, man. Let us know what y'all think. Put it in the comments, man. But go ahead to the next one, baby girl.
Okay, so let's talk about Miss Brittney Griner. U.S. women's basketball star Brittney Griner is in the process of being moved to a Russian penal colony where she is due to serve the remainder of a 9-year drug smuggling sentence that was upheld in late October. Griner is now on her way to the penal colony, her attorney said in a statement to CNN on Wednesday. We do not have any information on her exact current location or her final destinations. In accordance with the standard Russian procedure, the attorneys as well as the U.S. Embassy should be notified upon her arrival at her destination. Notification is given via official mail and normally takes up to 2 weeks to be received. Russian penal colonies are known for their lack of hygiene and access to medical care, with inmates often subjected to manual labor. So she lost her appeal against the 9-year drug sentence. And we know that she's been detained over there since February of this year, and she got convicted in August 2022. And they're saying it like she smuggled drugs into Russia. That's kind of,
well, technically she had illegal substances according to Russian law. Not even with a pen or nothing and everything. But the thing that kind of got me pissed off about this whole thing is when you look at the pictures, then when you look at the harsh reality of our sister being kidnapped. That's right, I'm gonna say it. Kidnapped for something that's customary and simple here. Okay, unbeknownst, I'm sure she knew the laws there too, but she probably think I ain't gonna give her the benefit of the doubt like she didn't, because I know she went over there. So I knew she knew the laws over there, but I don't think she thought it was that big of a deal. And according to the article, that's in the sports section this time. That's the front page article, but the one that's in the front page of the reported newspaper, online.com, and the sports page, you will see them saying that Brittney was used as a political tool by the Russians for something that they're trying to get out of America. So she walked right into it. They was looking for something, and they caught it. And now she's being used for something. My fear is what they're looking for is the release of one of their Russians that we have here, kind of like a barter thing. This is what I'm thinking, right? But if America ain't willing to play, that girl will stay. I'm gonna say it again. They just shipped our sister from a penal spot to me. I'm thinking that's real jail, and they don't have the address. Don't know where she's going until she get there. That's kidnapping. We don't know nothing. Her attorney, her representation said what? We don't know where the hell she's going.
They made it in a statement. Griner's representatives confirmed they do not know her current location or condition.
And she's going to a spot, a penal system, which is what we call a place to do you serve the rest of your style. Ain't that what she's serving the rest of her sentence at?
Yes.
9 years of her sentence, she's going to be in a place where they do practically hard labor. Is that what it is?
It says Russian penal colonies are known for their lack of hygiene and access to medical care, with inmates often subjected to manual labor.
Yeah, that means slavery. So they got our sister. Oh, just look at this picture, y'all. See the picture that's on the screen? To me, that's messed up. Now, we look at that, we think about Brittney, we think about her, just our sister being captured like that. She looks sad. But make no mistake, just to make you feel a little bit better, that girl ain't no punk. That girl ain't no punk, ain't gonna be punk or nothing like that. I know what she's trying to do to get out, but if you're messing with her on the inside, that girl got a hell of a punch. I seen it on video in the basketball court when she was in college. That girl is not no punk. That girl is
but she over there in Russia though.
Ain't no Russian on. This girl's 7 feet tall. She can handle herself. I mean, Jesus Christ. And this is a fact. Look, I've seen her handle herself and everything. So unless she's tied up 24/7 and you picking with her, you may get that off. But I don't think she's gonna take no BS. This is just me trying to make our people feel good, because
but if nobody knows where she's at or what's going on, you don't know if she's locked up with men. You don't know what type of labor they having her doing, what might can break her down. You don't know. So I'm just saying, so to be perfectly honest, you don't know how she's gonna be able to take care of herself. You don't even know where her mental well-being is gonna be. I just know that this right here is just crazy. Her peoples can't just fly over there and stay in a hotel and go for visitations, or because you don't even know where she's at.
But that's a good point. So, but I'm definitely going with what I do know, because you don't know what her mental situation is. You don't know. You painted something kind of dark and grim. But that's my wife. That's okay. That's what makes you my wife. And I don't think like that. Okay. At the end of the day, I know this lady, pound for pound, ain't too many women messing with her. That's a fact. I know that. She's that big. She's that tall. And she's doing manual labor. This is just me saying something to make our people feel good. Okay, this is all I'm saying. She's doing manual labor, which means she's going to be in shape. I'm going to say it again. She's doing manual labor. She gets up out of that thing tomorrow. She's ready to play in the next season. Why? She's doing manual labor. You're not going to mess with her unless she's breaking something or tied up, something broke on her. This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to make our people feel good, sweetheart. Somebody better walk with me, talk with me, feel with me, build with me.
Okay, well, I'm going to feel with you and build with you. Hey, my Black is Beautiful women basketball stars, do not go outside of the United States to play off season. I think you guys need to come together and go ahead and get you a basketball league, a league of your own over here when, the season is off. Do some training camps, go ahead and, go ahead and take some stuff from my man Deion Sanders. Go on and, go work on some of them, the colleges off season. Just don't take yourselves out of the country because you're still women and you can get snatched, because I feel like she was snatched. That's what I feel like she was snatched. And what they say, the human trafficking, I believe like they trafficking her through Russia, taking her to some penal colony that don't nobody know where she at.
I don't like the word penal. It's penal.
Penal.
You ain't saying penal.
Penal colony. I'm just saying.
So listen, man. For Brittney's family, like we've been following this thing since it's happening
all year long,
and we have a soft spot for this thing. Again, we want to give our prayers and condolences. Not condolences. She's not gone yet. Inshallah, she'll be with us a long time. But we want to send our prayers to her family, and we want to send our prayers to the Most High to cover our sister Brittney Griner, and you too. You guys need to say a prayer or whatever to make sure that she comes home safely. And more importantly, I believe we need to ask for mental strength, because you brought that up. Make sure that she's definitely in a nice mental place. What do you say?
Well, this is your girl, Shar Johnson, with Brother Harold King, with the usual suspects.